Well, welcome to this edition of The Black Madonna Speaks with me, your host, Stephanie Georgiev, on the Heart of the Black Madonna channel. As with everyone, we're trying to improvise the best we can, so I apologize for the poor sound on this video. I will do my best, but I'm having to improvise where I can record my videos at this time. So this image is very famous, as you know. It's the Virgin of Guadalupe. And what I wanted to talk about today in this video is the flowers on Guadalupe's dress. Now, every single thing about this image, I call it the never-ending story. I mean, I grew up in Southern California, which was technically Mexico, and this image was everywhere. And I always thought, oh, that's the Virgin of Guadalupe. But when I really started looking at every aspect of the image, I mean, literally, you could go on for hours and hours and hours on this specific image. In fact, there's an Institute of Guadalupan Studies that's associated with the Basilica of the Virgin of Guadalupe at the shrine in Mexico City. And some of the information that I'm going to talk about comes from their research. So I want to give credit where credit's due. And if you want to read amazing, endless aspects of it, there's a wonderful book called Guadalupe, Mother of a New Civilization of Love. And this is by Eduardo Chavez. It's really good. And he was the priest that argued for the beatification of Juan Diego, and is a complete expert on this wonderful gentleman, really loving, fabulous human being. And he worked with a whole team of scholars. And so I'm drawing on their research on what these interesting flowers mean on her dress. Now, what we need to focus on, and this picture isn't that great, but it was the best I could do. These are her hands, and you see these two little black pieces of material. So in order to understand one of the flowers that we're going to talk to today, we need to understand what these sashes, it's basically a black sash. And this black sash that's tied at the waist has great meanings for the Aztecs of the day. And basically, if a woman had this black sash tied around her waist, it meant that she was pregnant. So that's what's so interesting about this image, is that she has all the trappings of being pregnant. Now this shows the bottom of the sash, and I've circled this one flower. Now there's all kinds of flowers on her dress. There's many different kinds of flowers, and they've counted them all. But there's only one flower like this one, and it's right beneath her sash. And if we put that on a real person, the sash is around her waist, and this is actually the location of the Virgin's womb. It's kind of in between the belly button and the crotch, and there is the womb, and we have this amazing little flower. And it's really fascinating what this four-petaled flower is a native glyph for a jasmine flower. And this image appears only once on the dress and is placed, as I said, over the womb of the Virgin. And what this flower is a symbol of the four directions of the universe, plus the direction of the center. And the five directions, meaning north, south, east, west, plus the center, this indicates a complete wholeness of existence and the great all-encompassing reach of the divine. The center direction on the flower represents the fifth sun, or the wise one, known to the natives as the Omen Teotl. And the position of this symbol over the womb shows that Omen Teotl is about to be born. He is coming to humanity through the Virgin. The major deities in Aztec cosmology are expressed in duality. And this duality was the basic element of the primal deity Omen-Chuchli, who was a male side of Omen-Teotl and a female side known as Omen-Chuatl. Sorry, my Nahuatl is a little rusty. Now, the other gods and goddesses were their offspring. The Virgin Guadalupe is holding this image of the Omen Teotl over her womb. She represents the wholeness of masculine and feminine and a complete picture of the divine to the natives. The position of this flower also signifies that the divine is accessible. And this concept was radical to native cosmology, whose understanding was that divinity was inaccessible. In the past, for the Aztecs, divinity was never possible for the common person to experience other than through bloody sacrifice. Now, divinity is coming through beauty and a respectful woman. Divinity is expressing itself in a unified, harmonious, immanent manner through the image of Guadalupe. Now, if you would like to learn more about the other flowers on the dress, please order my book, The Virgin of Guadalupe, Mysterious Messenger of Destiny. And this is available through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and it's both on, it's on Kindle as well as Nook. So you can get it on any device. And it's soon to be released on Audible. But if you order before April 1st, in whatever time zone you're in, and you email me the receipt of ordering the book, I will give you the not released Audible version of the Virgin of Guadalupe, Mysterious Messenger of Destiny. So I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. These are difficult times, and during a very difficult time, the Virgin of Guadalupe appeared on earth. And so I think you will find all of the imagery and symbolism and gestures of the Virgin of Guadalupe to be very healing during this time. And I wish you all wellness, health, safety, and blessings. I'll see you next time.